Yo, Rebang.
Yo, Gunny.
What's up?
Not much. And yourself?
I'm good.
Nice,
What?
nice.
It's actually getting tested?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a fifth?
Yeah, he's doing T-Hunts right now.
Okay.
Micro shoes doing
Go
what I
back to
say,
Clark
so cause
chat.
they on payroll. I got all purple. Hey, Rebang.
Yeah.
Tingles, what did Reed say?
He said that he is not home.
Tell him to get home. Maybe he can play second map.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Just
He
text
won
him to get home.
XER6. Eesh. You got the
Am I
1,
all good
2,
to
3,
start it,
4,
or?
5, 6 letters. No, wait, what are you streaming this on? I mean, I'm not gonna stream snipe. Just want to know. Maybe I can watch it after.
On YT. I'll link it to you, right?
Okay, just link it to me after, Crodar, because I don't want
I
to.
will.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna trace people through walls now.
Alright, I'm gonna start it.
Peek
Thank you,
10 seconds ago.
Oh my god. We're here. We're here
I'm
though.
very quickly making sure that it's on the right map.
Aye, baloney. Put a delay on
man.
Escargot.
Yeah, man, put that 1 minute delay on the stream,
alright.
bro.
For
Good
real.
luck, have
He's
fun.
peeking negative 60 seconds ago.
Hi Reflex, I'm a race to. I keep on saying I'm a race to. Hi Soldier 2525 and stuff deleted. Can you swap players between maps? I mean, yeah, as long as the other team's fine with it. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't be. But anyways, as the title suggests, Midnight League Season 2, which for now is their final season, they are merging into a bigger league, National Console Siege League, NCSL. It's a combination of Midnight and potentially Rose. Rose won't be joining though. And UGL, and then I think that's the two big leagues that are going into it. It's not that big of a merger. Reality League, that's right. I just reminded myself. So that's an interesting project that's currently in motion. And we have semifinals here of Division 2. Insanity, which is the 7th seed, versus the 6th seed, actually. So 2 underdogs here. And Seattle Nova. Just to provide a bit of a context on these two teams rather quickly, actually, we have Nova and the 6th seed are fairly well known. They keep getting matched up with Calvert Angels, who ended up winning in that quarterfinals 2-0 on, I don't even remember the maps. And then Insanity actually casted their last game, which was a best of 3 quarterfinals against the number 2 seed of Altered Reality. Altered Reality had a bit of a disaster since they lost their IGL after the first map. So, they ended up winning that 2-1. Lost on Oregon, which is the 3rd map in this series, and then won on Theme and actually on Cafe. So Cafe is the first map. I think this is a stronger map of Insanity. They do like to play mirror on this map, so that's going to be off the board thanks to some picks in terms of banning there from actually Seattle Nova. I think that might have just been a sort of comfort ban for them, though. I'm not 100% sure on that part. Let's see. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and compare scores here for these two teams in regular season statistics. Let's see. So, Seattle Nova and Insanity. Okay. Here. Seattle Nova lost to Calvert Legacy 7-2. Insanity lost to them 7-0. Or 7-0. Pardon me. Seattle Nova lost to Brothers to Death 7-4. Insanity lost to Brothers to Death 7-1. So, bit of a disparity there in terms of what the scoreline looks like. Oh, and interestingly enough, the last time that these two teams met was the final week of the regular season on Oregon, which is the decider map. In that case, Nova won 7-2 on Oregon. So that one's going to be really close till we get to that map. We don't have to find sides for that 3rd map, but we do have sides for this one. Insanity defense first, as you can see. Next map will be Clubhouse. Seattle Nova will defend first, so back to the traditional orange on defense, and then Oregon is to be decided.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
But I'm putting out the popcorn and I'm ready to enjoy likely a pretty close match. I mean, this is hopefully gonna be good here. As you can see, Nova looking to take a approach that we normally actually observe from teams, which is just that sort of classic top floor assault on that skyline, and then obviously the hatches. They have the utility needed. They have Mitsudo's and Jacko with the shotgun. They're going to be avoiding using any explosives for that. And again, they don't really have any sort of breach charges, so I think that's the smartest choice, keeping that in mind. Don't really need that since there's not a lot of vertical play from above that you can do. Oh, Tingles will get the first kill of the series. Actually, Rebang will fall there. Don't know exactly where I'm going to try and figure that out now. Tingles actually on the roof, so I'm going to presume was in washroom, it appears. Nope. Was in Cigar. 3v5 though is R4C. Gani will take down Cactus Jack. He's already on site almost, backstore, but will be taken down there by Bed. 3v4 now, gets tracked by the Jacko there, actually, of Masudo. Should gets a kill of his own onto Toxic. Now, Krodar, pardon me. Masudo looking for a scan there, as Krodar actually pushed himself into backstore now. Does spot Bedge, but Bedge spots him first, gets the headshot, 2v2, thanks to a double kill there from Bedge. Now, Masudo and Tingles against Ayashuda and Bedge. About a minute 25 left in the round. Time will begin to favor slowly but surely the defending team, but still a lot of time left for Seattle Nova to make a move here. They do still have quite a bit of utility left. They still have one Jackal scan, and then an impact and 2 stuns. They have, between the two of them, they have 3 drones that they can access, and I have no clue how many drones have been left up for them by their teammates. I can't exactly tell. Still not the best position for them to be in. Down to just 2 between the two of them. Oh, a bit of word soup from me. Pardon that. Tingles, Masudo rotating around to the Cigar side, trying to find something here. Still have to deal with that Malusi though, and I'm sure that's going to be giving some nice sound keys to Bedge. He'll swing actually onto Cocktail Hatch, trying to get somebody off of New Balcony. Mojo Tingles will try and rotate around actually to the Whitehall side. Masudo is still pushing actually from the bar area. He doesn't have the diffuser. That's still in washroom after Krodar dropped it. Tingles trying to push forward now. Will lower Ayashuda over on pallets. 1v2 though. Masudo gets a kill there on a Bedge. Just wins that gun that's with just Ayashuda now. 1v2. I have no clue how he didn't spot Tingles there. What is going on here for the Jaeger of Ayashuda? Gets the ping there on the Masudo. Will take him down 1v1 with just Tingles and Ayashuda in this opening round here. Tingles looking for the plant. Doesn't have any smoke to cover him. Ayashuda getting the hard pings. He will try and swing almost. Just send some bullets flying out. And Tingles, thanks to that pre-fire, will take the round there for Seattle Nova. Early advantage favoring the attacking team here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Alright. I'm trying to multitask here, but strong opening round there for Seattle Nova, and it was quite close. I mean, it came down to the 1v1 there, and obviously didn't get the plant down, got close, but alas, it just came down to a gunfight, as it should have, because I think that was the only way that Nova was going to be able to win a round. I don't think that Tingles would have been able to safely stick a plant there against Ayashuda in that situation, so did play it a bit smarter and ended up winning on the round. So now they will be attacking actually the basement here or first floor, pardon me, of kitchen. Interestingly enough, there is a vertical angle set up here by the defending team. Pardon me. I don't know why. It does provide access to prep, does help slow down that prep push, but at the same time, it does already give an angle to the attacking team to use once they take that, especially considering that nobody is actually there to hold that. There is a roamer all the way up on the top floor. Ayashuda has the Jaeger, but nobody's actually on the first floor. They have two people on the top floor. Tix will take one. Ayashuda will get one of his own. R4C Gunny and Toxic both knocked off the board there. There goes your Ash, obviously, and the Nomad soft support and flank watch will be taken down there by losing Toxic. Not such a great spot for Seattle Nova to be in, especially considering that they're only a minute in and they didn't even get any trades. Pseudo tingles. Croter trying to roam clear alone. 5v2. Ayashuda gets an easy double kill there. Now it's up to just Tingles, and Masuda outnumbered more than 2-1 currently. Not looking so great here. Tingles trying to make something happen. Onto Tix there. Actually by that doorway from Red Hall into kitchen service. Unable to get much done though. Rebang will get work done there. Still take down Masudo. And so just Tingles. In a 1 versus all situation, he has, if I had to estimate, probably 20 health left. He has half the round. He doesn't have the diffuser. He has essentially no map control, and he faces the entirety of Insanity. The only person on their team that has been at all injured is Ayashuda, and he's at probably 60 health, maybe 65, so this is really looking like a difficult situation for him. I'll have to see how he decides to respond. It appears that he's just trying to pre-fire the angles here. I'm sure that that's going to be given those sound cues there to actually Tix over on the red side. Doesn't matter, those Cactus Jack does make use of that vertical angle they set up at the prep phase and does take down Tingles to win the round there for Insanity. 1-1 now. Already tied up between these two teams.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have located a bomb.
Reloading. Jammer activated.
10 seconds left.
Sorry, I'm still trying to multitask, but another, it's actually lopsided round there from these two teams. It went from very close to very lopsided, going from in favor of Nova to Insanity. So if that trend continues, you could very well see a case where Nova just skims the cat by winning and wins rounds, while Insanity completely blows out Nova and winning those rounds. Losing Yojo must be, yeah, that was painful for Altered Reality. I'm praying for Seattle right now. What map is after this? It's Clubhouse. Oh. Can I get a bonkers in chat? No cap. Glizzy. I know, oop. That was a really strong round for Insanity, and Cactus Jack would get the opening pick there onto OG Tingles. Takes down that sort of super fragger Zofia, and that's going to make it harder now for Seattle Nova to actually clear up this top floor. They still have R4C Gunny, but after that they're going to need to start putting in actually, I'd say, valuable operators. There you go. Actually, a crossfire set up by Ayashuda. Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting that, but they managed to get them the kill that they needed, and now they are up 2 people. They took out the 2 main sort of vertical players of actually Seattle Nova, and that will make it really difficult now for the attacking team to take any of this facility that they would need to clear. The Echo drones to an extent. Mainly the Goyo shields there. 4v3 then Masuda will take down Bedge. There goes the Aruni below. And that's going to open up an alleyway potentially into the objective here. They'll still have to deal with any sort of planting out 3v3 as evening out would be Toxic with a kill there onto Io. Should have traded his teammate, but took him quite a while. And they have about a minute left here to make something happen. Still have to deal with Cactus Jack on that vertical. Or Bang using those Echo drones to try and make something happen here. Or Bang just managing the cams, it appears. As Tix is trying to just sit in the middle of the hallway and make something happen. Masudo pushing sort of that train side into mining, as well as Toxic. Peeked actually by Tix. Tix tries to take some heads off, but misses, fortunately for him. And Kronar is above. Don't know why he's above. He doesn't have anything to do vertical with outside of some Hibana pellets. Toxic and Masudo now stacked up on this fireplace side. 3v2 though, as Tix will take out Masudo. Looking for something at the moment. Kronar inching forward. Toxic looking just to try and hold this angle. Potentially find a kill here onto Tix. That's what they need to really get themselves onto the objective. They have low time. For Bang helping his team with Bang's double kill there from Tix as he'll take down Kronar. It's up to just Toxic. 1v3 here versus more than half. 3 of them at full health. Toxic just trying to make something happen. Tix walking up the hallway, still getting some scans there, as well as some stuns thanks to a Bang. Nothing will happen though outside of Tix gunning. Getting the 3K in the round for Insanity. 2-1 now over Seattle Nova. The energy from Escargot is real. The Tigers are playing this so poorly, yeah. The problem is that Nova, I don't think Nova knows what they're doing. And they move really slowly. So they're walking into crossfires, they move relatively slowly, and they're not trading each other. Even though not winning gunfights is a problem, it's less of a big problem than a team just straight up not trading each other, because then if you lose the gunfight, it's a 5v4. If you don't trade, that stays a 5v4. If you trade each other, it's just a 4v4. It's a lot easier to deal with. I'm not going to give you ASMR. What am I eating? Popcorn. That's toffee. Hey, Siro, can you... Who doesn't bring a soft reach on a vertical map and they just face check everything? Yeah, they didn't really drone. And they didn't drone that well. I saw them droning the round prior, but they lose a lot of the drones early on. So that's another thing to bring up. Thank you for mentioning that. I mean, as you can see, they haven't lost a drone, but still, they're not really droning. They are relying a lot on face check. And I know that I'm just flicking around to anywhere and everywhere, but those are the drones, so they have left. They still have all 10, which is going to make it a lot easier for their intel game. That good stuff, Mike. Mike. Robot stream, let's go. That's some good ASMR. Bro. 4v5 though, as Bedge will be taken down early on there by Masudo. Actually, not even... I think that was on the rappel, jeez. Isn't the Goyo? I think he still had... I think he used all his utility. I'm gonna be checking, trying to see if there was still an unused Goyo shield. It appears that there was. He only put down 1 here. Was aiming to put down 2. No, he did put down all his utility. It was just positioned weirdly. 2. This is a very actually heavy cigar side hold here by Insanity. I mean, all their ADSs, all their Goyo shields, some sight lines. The Aruni holding that, so some sort of push denial on that, as well as the Goyo shield and a Surya gate there to really try and hold down the cigar side, which Nova did push that cigar side rather heavily. They sort of ignored putting any pressure on the attackers from these windows. I think they might have tried something early in that opening round, but they didn't really manage to make it work, so it'll be interesting to see if anything can happen here for Seattle Nova. About half the round is elapsed, still just droning it out now. So now, actually they do have control here of red, but need to get rid of that Mute jammer. And as I say that the Ash there of our Gunny will almost be gunned down actually by the Jaeger there of Ayashuda. Don't think he realized where Ayashuda was, so could potentially be a 4v4, but it's a 3v5. Our Gunny turns the table as Crowder will fall though at the hands of Cactus Jack. It's now a 3v4, still a man advantage favoring Seattle Nova here as we move into the final minute of this round. Fix actually spots the Jackal there of Masudo dropping hatch. Oh my, he just guns him straight down. Masudo off the board now, 3v3, even numbers here, 44 seconds left. Swinging would be off for Tigani, but Tix gets him too. 3v2, potentially a 3v1 situation. If Toxic actually might face that Nitro, does lose some health there, rotates around to the red hatch. Tix spots him, reads him like a book, gets the 3k. Now it's up to just Tingles here against Cactus Jack, Tix, Rabang. They don't have any sort of plant denial, but they have the numbers and they have the time. He doesn't even have the diffuser. He needs to get 3 frags, so get 1 onto Tix. He was lowered, so it was a bit of an easier pick for him, but now needs to deal with the 2 full health defenders of Insanity. Rabang and Cactus Jack, I don't know if he realizes it, but there are footholds over there. As you can see, Cactus Jack just holding them, watching out for the Sledge to try and swing him. Lowers him, double kill there from Tingles, and this could very well go either way. All the Rabang has to do is just sit there and wait, and he will. Just some smart play in the final moments by Insanity. Almost threw away the round, but managed to keep themselves collected. Full send. Next time that happens, yell, "Do not attempt to board the helicopter." Bro.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Okay, here we go.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Okay. Took me a second. I still had to realize some things. 3-1 now. As Insanity technically got a side sweep there. They won basement, or ground floor. They won the middle floor, the tertiary side of their choosing, and they won technically their offside, which was top floor. So, geez, that is gotta be a bit demoralizing here for Seattle Nova. And obviously 2 rounds left, so Nova could end up equalizing here, but based off of how this went the last time for Nova, this is looking like it's gonna be a 5-1, just based off of statistics. But I know that that's not exactly the truth, considering that there is still that 3rd side in store here for Insanity. Should they win this next round, there still is the ability to go to that objective, so, you know, I think that that could actually flip the next time around, and Nova could pick up that and get a 4-2 split. But I think no matter what, it's gonna be favorable here to Insanity, especially considering that they are on defense. That's sort of what's expected on the map of Cafe, which is usually Fenner favored. As you saw there, Crowder trying to make something happen on the hatch there, but to no avail. They have a Kaid claw. Kaid was left unbanned, so we'll make it harder for the attack to get these walls and hatches here. And that's been pretty evident, considering that all we've really had is just 1 or 2 times where a wall has been open. I don't think the last time that Nova went here, they even managed to get a wall open. As you can see, Tingles has to actually Maverick took that 5v4. The Tix will take down Arthur Sigani. Will be traded there by Toxic, just caught right in the middle of the hallway, taken out. But damage has been done. He did manage to take out one of those key entry fraggers. 4v3 as Ayushida will get a pick on him. Masuda Senpai. So now it's Toxic, Tingles, and Kronar versus almost the entirety of Insanity. All 4 of them at full health. Ayushida is still on the roam, so he could very well get that late flank. Just going to depend on how he decides to play that. As you can see, Flashman's going out the edge, will lose some health there. Probably at the hands of Tingles. I don't know exactly. Kronar trying to push forward here. Getting some assistance on drone work by Toxic. To no avail, at least not yet. Kronar looking to push in there, but alas, Cactus Jack holding an angle above. I think he actually has finally realized that Tingles, however, will be taking another edge. Strong crossfire being held by the two members of Insanity. I should have get one of his own, a double kill, in fact, when it talks to just Krodar with a round advantage in the second half on the line here, and a 1v4 against almost the entirety of Insanity. The only person still alive for Insanity that's been roughed up at all is Bedge, and he's at, say, 80 health, maybe a bit less, but still. One angle there from the throne, it appears, is actually Rebang. I should have holding an angle from the small bakery, and Bedge is just holding through that breach there. I don't know if they realize, but they do have a drone on them. Saw just a glimpse of it, really. Rebang, as you can tell, holding that very tight angle there. Bedge over by that big window in prep. I should have getting rather aggressive. Doesn't matter though. Krodar unable to successfully punish him for it, and picking up the 3K in the round there will be Insanity, namely Ayoshuda. Now, the best that can happen here for the attacking team of Shadow Nova is that they end up winning this next round, which is possible, but speaking off of their last time here, they lost out pretty badly. So, I mean, they could get a 4-2 split, but no matter what, they're going to be down by a minimum 2 rounds going into their defending half. I was about to say that they are finally bringing soft reach, then they 6-pick away from Sledge. Pepega. They're not going for vertical. Exactly. They're not playing vertical. They have people that could do it. They have the Ash, they have the Sledge. In this case, they have the Gridlock Shotgun. They potentially have breaches on Nomad and Abana and Ash, but they're not bringing the Sledge dies too early. The Ash doesn't actually get anything done as the Ash, so
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Attackers have located a bomb.
Look at yourself. Leave the gate online. Camera deployed.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Leave the gate powered up. Deployed.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
pardon the silence there, folks. Trying to fix some slight technical difficulties. Nothing too bad though. On my back. So you have the ultimate round here, technically, of the first half of this first map of the series. So in a larger sense, it means nothing, but it's certainly important for these two teams to try and jockey for position, and getting the man advantage would actually be Masudo taking down Ayashuda. I mean, he is going 8-4. He's tied with Tix for the top frag of his team, and he's playing at roaming Jaeger, so that's going to make it a lot harder here for actually Insanity to try and hold the top floor, considering that they have all that utility dedicated to it. I mean, 4 reinforcements, almost half the reinforcements are up there. Quite literally half of their reinforcements are up there. They still have 1 player there. They have 3 ADSs and a Goyo shield. So they have, as well as that Surya gate. They have a lot of utility dedicated to that. Bedge will take down RFC Gani, so there goes the Sledge, and there goes their primary vertical player again. They will be not so much locked off from playing vertical, but it'll be a lot more difficult for them. Krodar will pick off Cactus Jack, and there goes the other player on the vertical. But considering how Nova played this, and actually Tix will rotate up, rotates back down. All he did was use a Nitro to ignite a Goyo shield, so I'd call that bad utility usage there from Insanity. I don't think that's going to be really punished though by the attacking team of Nova. Nova's been, I'd say, a bit sleepy, a bit drowsy in terms of punishing Insanity for the mistakes that they make. Krodar trying to provide some drone support there from Tangles as he'll push forward here, taking that extension. But even though the players there that were holding it died at about a minute and a half, minute 40 maybe, it took them until a minute for Nova to actually get something to happen here. The echo of Bang holding an angle here has some sort of small angle there, but will actually be worrying now about that breach from above as Tingles is setting up the vertical here. He does have a shotgun, presumably, in his side, so he could have just brought smokes, but I suppose not. Sun's gonna go on and actually burn the Surya gate there. presumably, no, not that one. Somewhere else. Over the rainbow, and as you can see, the Habana there, Kurt, are trying to open up that wall, but alas, it is me champs. They do need to send somebody over into backstore to actually open that up. Or maybe into bar, I'm not exactly sure. Or Bang holding down laundry, rather dangerously considering that the hatch is open, so somebody could literally just pick him off from there. I think that's what Toxic is thinking about. We'll just shred the foot there of Bang. 15 seconds left though, all Bedge and Tix have to do is stop and execute here. Tingo's looking for it now. Kudo will cover him. Kudo's down though. And now it's up to Masudo to try and help his teammate out. 1v4 though, he'll take down Tix and Plant will be stuck there. And now, 1v4 situation, technically a 1v3. Kronar is down. Will be revived, and now it is back to that actually true number of 1 versus 4. Almost against the entirety here of Seattle Noble will be Bedge. Out of approximately 60 health, I'd say. And 1v4 turns to nil v4. Masudo picks off Bedge. It'll be a 4-2 split here for the attacking team. Hi Snippin, yes, this is a best of 3, since it is semifinals. The maps are Cafe, as map 1. I'm presuming that it's Seattle pick, and I'm presuming it's Insanity pick. Insanity loves this map. This is one of their stronger maps. They won it 7-3 last week. Refunk says, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is. I can confirm. Second map is likely Seattle Nova's pick. It's a stronger map of theirs. Clubhouse. They will defend first, if I remember correctly. And then the third map is the decider, and that is Oregon. And yeah. Well, look at them. They went around and probably get the most important kill to the floor. And I go with some above play.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Oh, aren't you a cynic?
5 seconds left before insertion. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Initiate jammer. ATS deployed and ready to go.
And I'm gonna, while we look at this setup here, now Seattle Nova can actually take a bit of a second here to admire the scoreboard, or take a peek at the scoreboard rather than admire it. 8-8-4-3-1. Tix and I should have top fragging for Insanity. 6-4-2-3-2. Masudo top fragging for Seattle Nova. Very quick score report there for these two teams, at least in terms of kills and top frag. But interestingly enough, I mean, we have a first floor defense by Seattle Nova. Don't know what exactly they're looking for here. This was the strongest site of Insanity. I don't think Insanity lost once on this objective, so might just be the strongest site. Might be that they're trying to imitate. And as the saying goes, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So I don't know if Insanity is insulted or flattered or what, but they're certainly trying to make something happen here. As you can see, Ayashida actually playing vertical, which is the big distinguisher between these two teams. At least on this side is that at least Insanity's willing to play vertical. I mean, they don't have a Hamana to open that up. They do have a Thermite though, so they could very well do it. But still, now Thermite charge will go down and complete. Almost impact trick. It appeared that RPC Gunning might have been rotating around to it. No, that was Krodar, pardon me. I mistook the two. Did look somewhat similar, at least just on first glance. So that'll be the wall open there on a freezer. And now, as you can see, the Shazir of Ayashida as well as essentially Tix as well, trying to get some vertical onto code check. But mainly Ayashida getting some vertical onto the objective. With about a minute left in the round, is trying to maybe raise the floor a bit. I think that's the best way to really phrase what he's starting to do here. As you can tell, still a 5v5 with about 55 seconds left is really odd. I mean, I would have expected something to budge here. And something will. There goes Rabang. He will be taken down there by Krodar. But alas, he did get the Thermite charge down, so not the end of the world, but still not great that they're losing that man advantage. 3v5 now as R4C will gun down. Edge. Broder will actually take down Iron Shooter for a double kill. Masudo will get one on the ticks at the just. Cactus Jack, 1 versus all. And Crowder with the double kill on the flawless round here for Seattle Nova. And already a recovery being made here by the now defending team of Seattle Nova. Only down by 1 round instead of down by 2 or down by 3 if they had lost this round. So, looking good here for Seattle Nova, and all that really has to happen for Insanity is that they just try and keep putting the pressure on Seattle Nova. They have to actually win gunfights and trade. That was the problem that plagued Seattle Nova throughout most of their attacking half. So if they can just do that, then they'd be golden here, and they'd be able to get that map advantage going into Clubhouse, which is Nova's pick, presumably.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, to the secondary site of Seattle Nova, we have top floor defense from them. We'll have to see how it goes. And I think this is almost the same lineup that we saw actually from Nova. I think the only difference is that they switched out mute for smoke, maybe? But the rest looks the same. I mean, Omai, Malusi, especially the Jaeger, the Goyo. It's quite similar.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Talk about losing every gunfight. You are quite a glass half empty person. And I meant to invite you to the caster training Discord. I just never got the opportunity to. So just message me on Discord when you have the moment, and I'll send it to you. That's my app. So just like message me, send me a friend request. I don't have a preference. Just message me and I'll send you an invite to that is a message addressed to Aegis Gaming, since he's here. But anyways, enough of specifics. On to actually stay on that for a second. I should have got picked off there. And still top fragging for his team, so losing not only the super fragger and all the utility associated with that Zofia, but losing one of your top frags in general, and that man advantage with it, especially this early on, is not good here for Insanity. And you know, as you said, talk about losing every gunfight. 4v4, catches Jack, however, does trade almost. Takes down Masudo, so we'll end up bringing it back to even, but still, the damage has been done. You've lost one of your top frags. In exchange, you've actually taken out the top frag of Seattle Nova, so now, say the strongest weaponry has been disarmed. 3v3, though, as Crowder will take down Jack. Rabang with trade, in a sense, takes down RC Gunny. And Rabang is on the rappel there. I think it might have been some thought there from Tingles to try and actually get a run out from below. Could, however, potentially run out from the stairs, and will actually do that. Takes down Rabang, not out just yet, but is down. Now needs to be a bit more cautious. Doesn't have the nitro though to finish him off, so we'll rotate around. The other side of the map. 50 seconds left. 3v3. Rabang is low though. Quidar lit. Ticks being lowered just a bit. 1v3 though. Quidar actually getting an easy lineup there onto Rabang and Ticks. For the fourth, potentially Veg will get a one onto Tingles. Looking for a second maybe. He will double kill from Veg. Shuts down the 4K there attempted by Crowdar. Up to just Toxic. 30 seconds left. Toxic still has 2 smoke waves left. Smoke will go out. I think at this point he has to know where he is. At the very least where he generally is located. And he doesn't have the diffuser, but he does have a general knowledge of his location, so he does have to go for the kill at this point. No way that he can really safely go for a plant without having to deal with Toxic, without having to risk his flesh here, risk life and limb really. Toxic holds the angle, gets an easy shotgun kill. 4-4. Just like that. Thanks to some smart plays there from Seattle Nova, and some silly mistakes by Insanity. These two teams have already tied themselves back up. Anyways. I mean, that was a messy round there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
Namely
bombs as they
for Insanity. They had lost the man advantage, then they equalized it. Then they gave the man advantage back by allowing Kurodar to line up 2 easy kills, which is a rookie mistake. And then they lost the diffuser. And never picked it back up.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left before attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
That's my ad. It's just EscargotPlayer and then the numbers. Gunny lowered. Interestingly enough, already at basically 5 health, maybe even 1 health, with 40 seconds elapsed. Does certainly scare Irish and wastes some time. He'll be able to waste some more throughout the round thanks to that Legion mine and how they accumulate throughout the round. So it doesn't need to just stay alive right now. And so far he's doing alright. Obviously going to be in a precarious position considering that he does have that low of a health bar, but still, as you can see, putting some pressure here on that vertical extension would be Insanity. Just playing the windows, and doesn't matter though. Masudo just sends a postcard there from that white wall. It appears no, actually below. Surprisingly enough, presumably through that laundry hatch, takes him out. That's them a man advantage. Crowder will be down, not out just yet, but it's down. 4v4 though, as Tix will take down Masudo to even it up. And gets the man advantage onto Crowder. Not looking so hot here for Seattle Nova. As you can see, Toxic still holding the vertical here. Does need to deal, however, with Ayashida, who is above, trying to clear this out. Does have the ability to actually get a wall open here, I'd presume. There's is a meet round on an unfortunate 3v2. Tingles will take down Ayashida, but Veg will pick off over Sigani, so stops him from getting a few of those Legion mines down. Still got most of them deployed, though, as Tingles looks for a potential flank here. Late-ish game flank. Could be peaked soon by Bedge if Bedge decides to, or Bedge realizes really that Tingles is on that side and catches it. Tingles will swing, takes down Bedge 2v2 and gets the nice punch in afterwards. A bit of insult to injury, he will fall back. As Rabang is looking for the trade here. We'll need to figure out where he is. They'll get the intel. 1v2, Toxic will take down Rabang. It's up to just Tix here. As I think no intel really. He has a total of 5 drones, 3 of which are actually on the field. 3k there from Tix. Looking for the 4th onto Toxic. Toxic is above. Because of a vertical onto that default plant site. Actually in fireplace. Tix is above though. Spots Toxic. Getting ready for the gunfight. Will push forward here. Trying to take him down. Does have a health disadvantage. Throws a drone in and is on the drone? Oh my god, swings. Trying to take him down, and Toxic picks up the kill in the round there. And what are you even doing, Tix? What are you even doing? Why are you getting on cams right in front of somebody? Just why? You thought he added on the book. I got it, thank you. No problem. What just happened at the end? What just happened at the end? I think he had the auto thing, like Deleted said. He thought he had it on the bait throw. I mean, the bait throw can work. The only problem is that it doesn't work when it's a 1v1 and there's 5 seconds left in the round. Because then you literally know where they are. And it's useless at that point. Yeah. His brain is just so large.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
What, are we talking so large that it restricts oxygen flow? And the flow of blood as well. My brain hurts from that, yeah. That was kind of stupid. He had the auto thing most likely. That drone play was so big. That drone play was so big play, we couldn't comprehend it. Yes. Big play there from Tix.
10 seconds to go.
In all honesty, he is top fragging for his team. Does have the only double digits currently on the scoreboard for his team. For anybody.
Attackers objective is to
So
locate a bomb.
he's doing his job, and we're just giving him a hard time for not clutching up there. Big brain. And now, once again, a basement defense here by Shadow Nova. And last time that we saw them defend as it went their way, Masuda will be down, not just yet, but is down, so it's going to be potential 4v5 here. Certainly going to be at revive health if he does get picked up by RFC Gunny. I think RFC will be able to. Potentially, he is eyeing it. And that was actually the Jaeger there, with Masuda being picked up, presumably by RFC Gunny, with some cover thanks to the mute of Krodar. So team effort there. Takes a village to to revive Masuda hyphen senpai. Just to make a joke about that old saying. Masuda will be down, not just yet, but is down. Could be at revive health. If Tingles doesn't actually go for that kill, I don't think he will. He's just gonna fall back. Could potentially nitro him away. He is still on soft ceiling, and I think that's the thing that he's, he just nitroed away Ayashida. Might have probably scared the bejesus out of Cactus Jack, though, because he watched that happen. What's up? The screen quote, if any of you know that one. But 4v5, obviously Tingles and Masuda probably combined to make about a quarter. They do have 2 guns, but they only have like 30 health. 4v4, Tix will take him out, and it's up to just actually even numbers. Tingles, however, is low, so he could very well potentially pick up 1 extra kill on his way out. He could also just be snubbed. He has gotten a kill, but did cost him quite dearly. 3v4 though, Scani will take down the Edge. And now potentially eyeing a second one. Rebang will trade him though for 3v3. 42 seconds left in the round as Cactus Jack will get 1 onto Tingles. That's up to just Krodar and Toxic. 3v2 man advantage favoring Insanity thanks to some impressive kills there by Insanity. The Nitro. Krodar is down, out, and out thanks to Tix. Tix gets the 3K on the round. And now 5-5. This has been a very close first map here between these two teams. If this continues, if this trend continues, we could actually have third map overtime. Anyways, on to this next round, which is, keep in mind, a very important round here. 5-5. First to 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. Each round brings you closer to your objective, and the fact that we're at 5-5 means, obviously, we're tied. Whichever team wins this next round will get their first shot at match point. And whichever team wins it as well, as having that first opportunity at match point, has guaranteed overtime for themselves. So they do have not only a safety net, but an opportunity really to put this away. And to speak about opportunities, I mean, both of these teams have presented the other team with plenty of opportunities in terms of just stupid plays and giving up the man advantage early on and not trading each other, and so we'll have to see if there can be some improvements made, and certainly have been. You know, throughout each of the team's attacking halves, they have sort of picked up on how the other team works, have sort of figured out the numbers.
5 seconds left.
So that has made it easier here.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
You lost me in the math. Basically, 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So they have to win one round after this in order to win it. Interestingly enough, though, the pulse there of Tingles is trying to actually deny some vertical here. He could potentially throw up a nitro. He's running sort of what we see from APAC a lot in the pulse shotgun. Actually, instead of the UMP45, he is running the M1014, which I always found that odd. But you know, whatever floats your boat. I suppose that will float his boat. As 5v4 though, Tix takes down off for Sigani. There'll be a man advantage now favoring the attacking team. Tix even adds a little spice to that one as he reaches 15 kills now. Congrats to him. And on the opposite side of that, for Sigani, unfortunately the first player to reach 10 deaths. So I do feel bad for the guy. That is sad to hear. 4v4, those Ayashudo will be taken out by Masudo. Jack, however, will trade him. So not the end of the world, does lose some utility, but did end up trading, so maintains the man advantage, and as I mentioned, that's the important thing here. These two teams to do is to just maintain a man advantage if possible, or neutralize it if you're on the receiving end, and obviously trade each other is the way to do that. Toxic holding an angle here. Spots Bench there is the Nomad, and Cactus Jack as well on the white side trying to draw it out. Double kill from Dix will take out Corridor. Up to just Tingles and Toxic. Match point on the line here for the two players of Seattle Nova, trying to hold a small angle there actually from the two sites onto that doorway there into Red Hall. It would be Tingles. Toxic will throw out a smoke big there. Then hold it, presumably, perhaps a thermite charge will go down there from Rabang actually onto the freezer side. And they are just disassembling the objective here. They don't have vertical, but they could very well get that set up if they wanted to. Obviously, it would be a bit rushed considering the amount of time left in the round. They do, however, have a man advantage. They outnumber the remaining members of Seattle Nova 2-1. Toxic sends out his second smoke whip here with about 45 seconds left in the round. Tingles will actually swing, trying to get a kill with the shotgun there. Spots Cactus Jack, but misses all his shots. Cactus Jack will take the head off of Tingles. That's up to just Toxic, using his final smoke whip there. Get to final moments of this round. Certainly the final moments in terms of what's happening in terms of events. Rabang looks for the plant. Toxic will get a kill onto Tix. But doesn't matter. Cactus Jack gets a double kill by trading his teammate and picking up the round advantage as well as match point here for his team. 6-5 over Seattle Nova. "21 got it." Yes, sir, Paul Shotty goated. Why you gotta call Gunny out like that? I mean, I'm sorry, Gunny, but like, you know what happened.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, potentially onto the final round of this map, which personally I'm hoping that is the final round. Does give me some time to recoup, really. But, you know, I would not mind if we had an overtime. It would not be my preference. It would still be fun though. Now, as you can see, Nova trying to set up the objective here. Interesting lineup. I mean, reminds me of sort of 22nd meta, and that the only new addition would be the Malusi there, technically. But still, Maestro, Smoke, Mute for that Intel Denial, and Masudo just feels very much like a lineup here from Seattle Nova, where the objective is to waste as much utility as possible from Insanity. And to speak about the utility of Insanity, I mean, rather business as usual. They do have Ayashura as a sledge instead of the Sophia, which is a bit of an interesting switch, but the rest of their lineup is essentially the same. I mean, Jack as the Yana is the only person who can really regenerate utility, but the rest of them certainly have some sort of important role to fill. And Ayashura, unfortunately, since they're not on a first floor site or the second floor site, technically, and that sort of tertiary site of Nova reheating a fireplace, since that is not played here by Nova, since that's not their objective, he can't really do much on vertical. He can open up soft walls, he can make sightlines for his team, he can enter, he does have 2 frag grenades that he can use to take down any sort of shields. Does need to deal with those ADSs though. He's taken down one of them, but there's still one left there behind the sofa, and we burnt there. So is trying to take down Toxic's shield there. Ashark will go out and almost take down the shield. Took out some vertical. I think they're trying to remove that from Lucy, and it'll take them 2 Toxic properly remove it. Ayashura will lose quite a bit of health there, presumably thanks to a Maestro Evil Eye there. And, geez, I have no clue what's going on, but they are having quite a bit of trouble there with that Evil Eye. Catch Jack will lose some health as well. Thermite Charge will go down to open up that wall there, actually, into Cigar, and it took them quite a while. It took them about to the minute 20 mark just to get a simple wall open. Toxic, as the smoke's gonna be the X factor for his team this round, does have those 3 smokers still left. About a minute left in the round. I don't know if that's the smartest play to actually back up there. Probably should be trying to play a bit more aggressively, try and waste a bit more time here from Insanity. There you go! That should actually punish him playing a bit too aggressive. Rather peeking him too much, unfortunately, for Nova. 5v3, it's Ayashura will also pick off Sigani, and there goes the mute. The 2 SES operators wipe off the board in a matter of seconds. 3v3 though, Masuda will pick off. But just an impact actually went out from, expecting that from Tingles to pick off. Catches Jack, presumably 3v2 though. Tix will get a kill there onto Masuda. That's what they needed. Ayashura gets another one onto Tingles that just grew our map on the line here. Doesn't have the Nitro to deny the plant. 3v1, 2v1. Urbango looking for the plant, and Tix shuts him off from getting anything more than a single kill into Ayashura. Map 1 goes the way of Insanity. 7-5 on Cafe.
Yeah, I should do that real fast, huh?
Dance like Michael Jackson.
Whoever had IQ,
Hey,
Messi, you had IQ Elite. Yeah, you should go check
it's
that
a
out.
holiday.
I'm gonna be right back real quick.
I got holes
How
on
much time
holes
do we have
and they
before
out of
this one? I think
control.
I had like 5 minutes to warm up too. It's fucking crazy. I am the luckiest man alive, honestly.
Escargo, are we doing like a 5-minute break or what?
Sure, before I
Yeah, I'm
kiss
on
you, boy.
5-minute break, and then I'll make sure
Okay.
teams are ready and start it up again.
Alright, go party
I,
shot.
I still can't believe I didn't headshot that guy.
Go party shot.
Yeah, Jose, you know what I'm talking about, bruh.
Carter, do you want me to invite Jose? Or are you picking up somebody else? Kodar.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, Bing. How are you? I get ignored. Wow, it's like that, bro. Sad, sad vibes.
I know my ABCs, bitch. I bet
I'm
you
not
don't.
gonna lie, bro. Some of these OnlyFans artists be looking bad as hell.
What you say?
Aren't you talking to someone? No, aren't you talking to someone?
Okay, and I can still say that an OnlyFans
So,
artist looks like it's
she doesn't
Oh,
even know.
but you count like certain accounts.
No, no,
'Cause
no.
she's
I mean,
sitting
no,
next
no,
to you.
no. She would no. Okay, okay. So the other night we were in my car. I forgot what.
Oh no, here we go.
And then,
OnlyFans
and
is
then,
filmed. Shut on my phone.
and then one of my, let's say, favorite artists popped up on my feed. You know,
Hey, am I good
I
to
had to
start?
hit the double. I had to hit the double tap. Next thing you know, she's like, "Oh," and then I'm like, "What? What's wrong?" And then I had to unlike it. But, you know, I went back and liked it later. You already know. Gotta support. Gotta support. Yes. Oh
Yo,
my
you a
god.
clown.
Nah, that really happened though. No. Wait. Okay. Wait. Oh, he's streaming this on YouTube.
Jesus.
I
You
can't
still a gold
say
one?
that. I cannot conversate that. No, he's how unfortunate. Bro, go to party chat really quick, bro. Go to party chat
Are you
really
guys
quick,
ready
bruh.
or what?
I'm ready.
Last
I'm
team's
ready.
good.
I don't
Oh,
know
we was just waiting on y'all.
Who is y'all?
Alright.
The
Jose,
other
that's
team.
the
The orange
caster
team.
talking.
Wow. Who would have thought that you're waiting on the other
And
team?
your
I have
point?
no clue what your voice is.
Yeah, we
Jose, you ready?
waiting on those orange guys, man. Yeah, those orange guys are something else, man.
Nova, are you guys ready?
Yeah, Shabooey Tingles, you good? Tickles. Oh my god.
Nova, are you guys ready?
Hold up.
I think everyone's here, maybe, possibly.
Do a
I don't know.
Discord at of your team, maybe?
Make out hill.
Freaking team
I remember them
captain.
times.
Rodar. Earth to Rodar.
Yeah, I think we're good. If Toxic's in Gunny,
I think Toxic's here.
I don't think he is.
Okay, never mind. He's not. This is
Hey man, honestly just ready up. Once we get all those check marks, man, it'll be perfect.
I'm checking to
Yeah.
see if Nova's ready right now.
Okay.
Two of them aren't.
One of us aren't.
Uh-oh.
I was like, press
Yeah,
R2.
it's the loser in the bottom left. That's such a dick.
Well, bottom left might be different for everyone, so just
Possibly. I might be bottom left for somebody.
You're bottom left for me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
I guess
that's
you're
so
the loser
unfortunate.
here. Yeah.
No. I'm talking from my pop, so obviously only mine matters.
I'm just gonna start it. We have 9 out of 10 check marks.
Alright.
Alright.
Good luck, have
Good
fun.
luck. Good luck. Have fun, boys.
Alright, we're back. Map 2 of Midnight League Season 2 Division 2 semifinals. Insanity versus Seattle Nova. Insanity the 7th seed, Seattle Nova the 6th. And now on to presumably Nova's pick. This is one of their stronger maps. I think it is their strongest map. So not too surprising to see them playing it. I'm gonna check something quickly for statistics. So Nova, Have they played? In regular season, they haven't played a single game on club. I don't know if they played it at all against Angels, but they probably did in all honesty. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes for these two teams. And now onto bans. I mean, I've already talked about profiling these two teams. I've already talked about how that first map went. It went alright for the two teams. It was surprisingly close, could have gone to overtime, but Insanity managed to improve really over their mistakes, managed to actually trade and win gunfights, which is going to be a key part since this is another strategy-based map. A bit different considering that now Maverick's more viable than on Cafe, I'd say. Still in both maps he's relatively viable. And then the other time would be, the other difference really is that now, you know, it's actually a mirror map. Well, mirror is actually available. We see no ban on the defense side from actually, see, I don't know why. I guess they're looking to actually play mirror, namely for that tertiary site of many teams, which is June Bedroom, so that'd be my guess as to why they're looking for that. But I have no clue what's going on here for Seattle Nova. I think they got entirely six. And apparently it's a 4v5 because Toxic is AFK. So they have to sub. So they haven't played it in the regular season, and now they think it's a good idea. That's interesting. I mean, in terms of scrims, I've seen them play this map a bunch. I know that they played this map a lot. This and Oregon are their two strongest maps, I think. So we might have a rehost, I don't know exactly. I'm still trying to work out the terms and conditions, but it's looking like that's what it's going to be. To talk about bans, though, I mean, I'm going to presume send bans when we, if so, when we rehost. But I'd say really sort of lopsided. It's favoring more of a sort of gunner, I'd say, sort of play from these two teams. You take out Maverick, you take out Thatcher, take out Kaid. 3 Heartbeat support, or secondary support in the case of Maverick. Heartbeat Chanel, in the case of Kaid. And then obviously Heartbeat support in terms of the Maverick and Thatcher. So moving them means that it's going to be difficult here for the attacking team to get wall, but also for the defending team to hold that wall without the Kaid, and also going to mean that it's harder here for the defending team, obviously, to hold down those hatches there on the basement site, namely, actually, that moto hatch there over by the church side of Church and Arsenal. And we're rehosting.
Hey, first one in here, and we get blue team again. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking good today. What the fuck did this guy want? Why did he call me like 3 fucking times at work? Back, 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 back.
Killer
Does your
Tom.
chain hang low? Do do do.
Oh, bro, that song was some heat. I'm not gonna lie.
Do 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 do. Oh, my bad.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hello there. How are you?
Estoy bien.
No,
Hey, I
but
don't speak Spanish. What are you doing?
What are you doing? He's concerned.
I'm scared for my
I
life.
heard y'all. I heard y'all won last game. Good job. I'm proud of y'all.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, senior
It was a pretty
champ.
close game.
I also
hate
heard
that
that you
match.
drone a lot, so I'm just gonna freaking swing everything before you can drone me.
That's if you even know what droning.
Nah, bro, it wasn't even
I
like
literally-
that.
Yo, Scargut,
I
how
literally
you
have
doing, man?
Astro A40s. I can hear everything.
Yo, Scargut, it's me, Truth.
I got Astro A10.
What's
Hey, hold up.
Yo, Scargut, it's
party
me,
fair real
Truth.
Hi, Truth.
How you doing, man?
Truth, you suck. Shut
Okay,
up.
am I good
Shut
to
up,
start
Tom.
it now?
Yes, Dad.
You should be, yeah.
I'm going to check my
Alright, I'm going to start it. Somebody yell at me if something is wrong.
Have fun.
Hi, Wolfman. It's been a while, yeah. Lovely to see you this evening. Same to you, although it's good to see you after a long day. So, glad to see you. Anyways. Back to map 2, I think we're redoing the bands. What the bands were before rehost were Thatch, Mav. We're now seeing that in reverse order. Kaid, and no ban. Which was odd considering that it's a map where you often see mirror band. This is one of Mirror's quote-unquote maps. So, it was a bit perplexing, you know? But I suppose it was a welcome change in that way. And then Valkyrie will actually fill up that no ban, so they're going back into it. Word killing planes, yeah. Nova has apparently had some roster issues, some slight roster issues with who's available, so they are having subs, or not subs, off rosters, I think, coming in here for this best of 3. And back onto the actual gameplay here instead of having to rehost it. Saying both teams can't be at 100%, yeah. But I mean, going on to the first round here should be interesting. I was happy to see Killer Tom and Truth, aka Tapper, assuming that's how his name is pronounced. I'm not gonna say Tapper. That doesn't make any sense. Bunch of substitutions though. The only two players still staying with Krodar and Tingles are just those two. Obviously Gunny left, and then the other two I'm gonna go back some and figure out who those two were. It was actually Toxic and Masudo. Well, all three of them being replaced by Makeout Hill 10, Killer Tom 05, and Tapper aka Truth. But looking like I mean, I'm not surprised by what they're running here. It's got the classic Jaeger, Lamido to accompany him, which means that they'll now have a player to play that sort of power position there in Rafters. Setting up this vertical angle that you often see actually set up by Killer Tom's team, if I remember correctly, which would be Corrupt Reality. At the very least, set up by Corrupt Reality. That's mainly where I remember it from. And then dynamic duo of Drone Denial being brought as well in the Mutant Mozzie, not the Maestro. There's no intel gathering in that sense, but there is some wall denial, and Makeout Hill 10 is the band. Looking to bandit trick, this actually does have 4 batteries. Hasn't put down a single one, is looking to just stand there and trick it. He would have to deal, however, with both a Habana as well as an ace, potentially. Veg is standing right by that wall and will actually force it open here. I think there's actually a way for him to... Nope. There's no way... I think there's almost no way for somebody to keep that wall closed if an ace throws two Selmas at unelectrified walls. There's no way for Bandit to trick both of them without getting at least one ticked out. 4v5. Time roll ticked out now. He should have first killed the second map. Veg is down. Will actually fall to the... Not fall. Very close to falling though, and once he falls he could be revived. However, the Cali there of Bang will get up and help him by reviving as well as falling down himself, so it's gonna happen eventually. And so you see a site where oftentimes it's not so much whether or not the wall gets open and more so how long it takes for the wall to get opened. It will be pried open there by Bedge. About a minute and a half in, 4v4. Tingles will fall at the end of Bench, but I'm sure that at this point he's gotten all his utility down. So not the end of the world for Shadow Nova to lose him. Tappy here holding down CC might be the main opportunity to stop a plant from going down as Tix will pick off Killer Tom. 3v3 though, Tapper gets a double kill on a Bedge. Surprisingly enough, swings him. 53 seconds left in the round. 3v3 man advantage. Favoring nobody here. Rebang looking for some sort of long angle here using the CSRX there to try and get some sort of sight line. 3v2 though, as Cactus Jack will get a pick on and make out Hill 10. Tapper will fall at the hands actually of Rebang. Gets punished, I suppose, for some arrogance, some greed there and wanted some more kills. Now, Prodar, the last one left in the hot seat here. 1v3. Spotting Cactus Jack, but too late. It wasn't even ADS. And Cactus Jack makes him pay for it. 1-0 now. Insanity. In contrast to map 1. Getting the opening round here. Now on to the next round. Strong showing there actually from Insanity. Seemed to stumble at times. A few moments where they seemed a bit unsure of themselves, but they managed to get the kills that they needed, get the map control that they needed, and the big part of that, the key to that really was getting that wall open there in CC. Helped them to
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we'll be trying to keep the momentum going. Now will be Nova going to the basement here, bringing a pretty standard turtle setup. They've got Tapper on the roam, and then the Legion, the Jaeger, the Maestro, and the Melusi, all operators that you normally see when you're trying to properly hold down that basement site. So we'll be likely going for a impact trick there onto the hatch. They have 4 impacts, technically 6, but I'm really doubtful that Tapper's just going to sit in the basement and try an impact trick. I think he's going to be on the roam here. I think he's going to be wandering, and he already is setting himself up for that. I don't know if he's going to look for some sort of vertical angle, actually. He's looking for a potential spawn beak here. Does have the angle for it, actually, onto the warehouse side. So he's looking fairly strong, in fact, as he's eyeing an early kill here for his team to get a man advantage. Could obviously go the other way, and Insanity could get the man advantage, but... And there it is. I didn't think it was going to happen, but... Holy shit, as the Nomad takes down Tapper. Gets the man advantage for his team. And he didn't even take any damage. So it's now 5v4. No damage done to any members of Insanity. 44 seconds wasted by your roamer. Technically. No drones wasted, either. So really bad play there from Nova, but Killer Tom will actually make up for it by taking down Dead. So there goes one of the 2 hard breachers. Still has Cactus Jack on the board. 4v3 as Tix will pick off Killer Tom. I have no clue what he was doing. Why are you trying to prone away from there, good sir? Why are you doing that? I'm confused by you. Tingle's looking potentially impact trick that. I mean, they could very well. They have enough impact to deny all of Cactus Jack's attempts on that hatch. And now they certainly do consider that he will be using one of those on that moto hatch, which is guaranteed. They don't have anything to close that off outside of potentially an evil eye, but I don't think they have anything of that sort. They could, obviously, if they did, you know, they have Rabang and they have Tix, so they could very easily take that out. But it doesn't appear that there was an evil eye above set up by Tingles, so will be a 4v3 man advantage favoring Insanity here. Pardon me. Quarter Archmage side here. Now just a relatively safe turtle being played out by the defending team of Seattle Nova. Impact trick attempted, will succeed. 3v2 though, as Mankind will take down Ice Shooter, picks off Krodar. And now, as you can see, Cactus Jack looking to open up that hatch there, using only 2. So is now in a bit of a worse situation in terms of how to do this. Does have now 4, so he could very well open up the hatch if he misses this. Tingles doesn't have any impacts left though. Makeout Hill on the other side of the site picks off Tix, but at the cost of losing that kitchen hatch. Now some additional pressure being placed on Tingles as the Maestro. Even then, Cactus Jack and Rabang unable to really capitalize on it. Neither of them were above. Cactus Jack obviously could. He has the time. He has the speed. Doesn't have any utility left, though. He uses the last part of that to get a sort of prone hold there onto the default there in Church. Behind barrels, actually. So those 2 barrels. Now, Flashman is going at it from Cactus Jack, trying to actually make opportunities here for them to push. Tingles, however, will try and rotate around and get some sort of kill here onto a member of Insanity. Lowers Rabang to 1v2. Actually, make out against a 3k. And Tingles picks up the 4th. And they needed to win that round. Technically the 5th. Doesn't really matter, though, as it all went, in the end, the way of Seattle Nova tying it up 1-1. So a bit of deja vu from the first map. And that it went the way of, in this case, went the way of Insanity, and then it flipped. In Cafe, it went the way of Nova, and then flipped. Shaky start, you know. Did my man really just hold the spawn peak for 30 seconds? Yes, he did.
Left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Now back to CC and Cash here, actually. For Nova, and potentially back to the drawing board. I mean, when they went here last, they got mopped really by Insanity. All that Insanity had to do is just take this wall, and then tremendous pressure put on site as well as on the Raptors player. In this case, it was Tingles. That's the one. He didn't even get anything done really to any players on Insanity because they didn't challenge it from the doorway. They dealt with him actually from the wall and from the sideline that had been set up by Nova earlier on. 5v4, and Veg will take down Killer Tom, and there goes the Jackal, the Jaeger. No Jackal on play. Jackal is not banned, so it'll likely be helpful to deal with Tapper or any other roamers here, but not yet needed. Not yet a team bringing it. Not really necessary for Insanity. 5v3, Veg getting the double kill there, taking out the Jaeger, and we'll throw down a second Selma, providing an extended sightline. Actually, the impact will go out there, presumably from the Legion there of Make on Hill. It will be from him. 5v2 though. There goes Rabang with a kill on a Cronars with just Make on Hill and OG Tingles. Tingles taking some damage there. Will down Bedge, but not just yet. Just needs to deal with some pressure here from the Raptor side by Cactus Jack, who seems to have opened that up, either that or texted with some Ash charges. So now needs to worry about that, as well as obviously the objective here will lower ticks. Does need to deal, however, with potential push from that soft hole that had been opened up by one of the members of Insanity, trying to find something and trying to make it happen. Will have to be flashed and falls down. Has about 10 health, so does not really have a lot of a safety net in terms of this gunfight that you take. So essentially it's a 1v4 on site, 1v3 on site. I mean, already you have somebody on the objective, which is the Nomad there. 5v1, Make Out Hill, the last one left. After takes down Tingles, should have picked up Make Out Hill for the flawless round that Insanity have been wanting, and that's now 2 rounds here, where Insanity has beaten Seattle Nova on CC and Cash. Bro, I tried it for Nova, and try to clutch the rounds, drop like he kills and still didn't make it. 7 with 3-7 made it. Blah blah blah. Seems too good to be true.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Hitting the nail right on the head there. They're giving kills to the attackers. They are. That's what's happening here, is that they're not trading each other and they're not winning enough gunfights. Admittedly, Insanity is playing I'd say a nearly flawless game here. They're not giving a lot of easy kills to Shadow Nova, but even then, Nova is really selling the bag, as one might say. They're giving a lot of this up to Insanity, and so Insanity has already gotten pretty good foothold. I mean, they've already gotten their 2 rounds, and there's still 3 rounds left, technically. So they could even get a 3-3 or 4-2 potentially split again, favoring them, but this time they would be on the attack instead of the defense, which would be even better than just being 4-2 going onto the attack. Since, although it's not always a defender-sided map, it's usually considered defender-favored. You can see, not Make on Hill, he rotate around to a Legion. Actually, Tingles here is trying to ban a trick, and I don't think that's really how you ban a trick. Tingles does take down one Selma, might be able to take out the other, and we'll actually have the opportunity to, should he put down the Selma, and nope! 4v4, he'll get his head taken off by Cactus Jack. Tells him who's sent him. 3v4, Tapper takes out Ayashuda, so now man advantage favoring actually the defending team of Seattle Nova, and that would be what they need to propel themselves to victory. Killer Tom, as the smoke, is going to be what they need to deal with Cactus Jack over on Rafters. But then again, in order for him to actually push into CC, he'll need to deal with the player in red. Actually, likely Make Out Hill could be Killer Tom that rotates around to that side, is currently in this Tapper, so it does need to really sort of probably sweating bullets about trying to actually get past that, considering that there's no rotate there. No matter what, he's gonna have to unextend just to vault through and get onto the objective here. And watching that, or at least watching the sight line there on the other side of Raptors, Killer Tom Smoke will go out there from Cactus Jack. Already one smoke coming up from Killer Tom to try and slow down Cactus Jack, but didn't really do anything. Could have been left in the round. Badge holding the flank there. They don't have any nomads after I should have died rather early on. Makeout Hill is still on the other side of the objective. Still construction side. Topper turned into Swiss cheese there, I bet. Jeez. 3v3 man advantage has been neutralized there thanks to some strong plays there by Insanity. Now Crowdar. Crowdar's actually on the roam here. He does have a pre-placed nitro below, so he could very well deny a plant. Cactus Jack looking for the plant now. Actually does have the smoke to just have some smoke as well as the shield to cover him. Two smokers will go out there for Go Tom. Neither of them hit him though. We'll get the plant down. Pre-placed nitro there from Crowdar. Doesn't get anything to happen. Rebang now holding an angle here from Raptors. Spots Crowdar. Takes it just a bit. Killer Tom, however, will fall at the hands of Badge for a double kill. And that's just Makeout Hill and Crowdar. Makeout Hill will try and slide on side. Spots the not the Nomad. The Monty there. Makeout Hill will take down Rebang after he had actually been gunned down or gunged. Oh. Crowdar will leave. Makeout Hill will down Badge. Now looking for the potential defuse here. Still needs to deal with the Monty of Cactus Jack. And all Cactus Jack has to do is just waste a couple seconds. Oh, and that's the round. Not enough time. He's looking for a kill here. And will actually be killed by Cactus Jack. 3-1 now. Insanity already at a point where they could split and have a giant half. And I'm going to pause Crowdar left. I'm going to give him some time to rejoin. Hello, Eregd. I'm currently paused because Crowdar is trying to reset app. They're giving kills to the attackers. That's the entire thing. Is that Nova's playing rather dumb. They're not winning gunfights. They're not trading each other off. So they're giving rounds away here. They're giving kills away, which leads to rounds. Mainly because Insanity gets on site and they plant. That's Insanity's entire endgame here, is to basically do the same push over and over, which it works because they get kills. And then get themselves on site and plant. I mean, Makeout Hill is doing quite a bit of work there as the Legion, but the rest of them, a little bit of a struggle bus. Was no one holding Garage, that's just blatant throwing right there. The last 2 rounds before that, because they've now gone to that side, 3 times? The rounds before that, they had actually, they had, in fact, held Rafters with the Wamai, but I think that time they didn't have anybody there. They might have actually had a... Pardon me, they might have had some utility there, but I don't think they actually had anybody playing there. And apparently Crowdar's resetting up, so we're waiting on him. They're just playing it horribly, they are. Playing it really messily. Rehost? No, not a rehost, we're just pausing. I guess just weird as all. Weird is one way to put it, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna unpause now. Back into the action, thank gosh. So we could have a very late map 3 if this goes that way, but currently not looking like it. I mean, Insanity in the lead here. They got the first map, so they are technically at series point thanks to this map. You know, could put it away here. Not exactly put it away, but they could put themselves in that position and put themselves on that track, really.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
You know what? I think the Jaeger died super early on in Rafters from the breach. I think that's the correct. I think that's the correct analysis. I was about to say agnostic, because I was going to combine diagnostic plus analysis into agnostic, which is not the word that I was looking for.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
ATS deployed and ready to go.
But anyways, on to the next round. Once again, a bit less aggressive, I'd say, from Nova. Same sort of sightlines, same reinforcements. Once again, Killer Tom actually now the person in the hot seat in terms of keeping that wall close here. Is just setting down the batteries there. 4v5. Tex will be taking down Tangles for a man advantage, and that's what they really needed here, is to get an early man advantage against Seattle Nova. That's gonna really, I think that's what's really stopping now Insanity in their chances. This visual here of Tangles, who's got the kill on the Tex, who's, I was gonna say Tom fragging, but he's middle of the pack for his team, so was doing some work there, and it's gonna make it harder now for attacking team to really push Rafters, and I think that's what Nova's done here, made a readjustment thanks to the opportunity presented by Kodar having to restart app. It's allowed them to recoup, actually, and figure out how to really counter the same push that we've seen over and over here from Sandy, which is that Rafters push. I mean, it's worked for them, and it's stopped working now as Tingle's got a double kill and a bang. There goes the Cali, so there goes that secondary support. Still have a flank watch of Ayashuda and Cactus Jack on the board, but all the real entry fraggers taken out. Badge will fall at the hands of Make Out Hill. It's up to just Ayashuda and Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack will be actually Goo Mine. Nitro goes out, lowers a lot of health there from Cactus Jack, and he still has a Goo Mine in him. He could very well be down thanks to the Goo Mine. He will be 1v5. Killer Time picks up that kill, and I think Make Out Hill might be a bit mad at that, but Ayashuda will get one onto OG Tingle, stops him from getting the third, but doesn't matter. He's still in a 1v5, 1v4 technically. So that he get the kill, and Tapper picks up the frag and the round for Seattle Nova 3-2. So this will be either a average or above average split for Insanity, considering that they are the attackers. Well, I guess first time's a charm, yeah. I guess. Statistically, they're 2 for 4 on that site. They've won it twice, lost it twice. The thing that has confused me is why they kept going there. I'm pretty sure I passed around they had the opportunity to go to basement, which they had won rather handily against Insanity. But no, they will go to it, and I think Crowdar might be looking for a spawn peek. I mean, he is bringing the 2.0 MP5 on Rook. And Rook's not somebody that you normally include in a strat. Could obviously just be sitting on site, getting some impact tricks out. But considering that he's playing Rook I think if you wanted to play somebody for Impact Tricks, you would have played Legion. Considering that they're both anchors, it's just that Rook provides plates that don't do a whole lot if you get hit in the head. Considering that they're armor plates, not helmets. And, meanwhile, Legion gives you sound cues, can deal damage. It's definitely annoying for a Monty. Slows down the attack and potentially even denies plants. Before we find those, Tapper will take down Tix, and there goes once again the entry fragger of Insanity, and that's the problem right now for Insanity is that, look at our lineup. We have 4 supports and 1 entry fragger. Technically 1 flex and I shoot as, or 2 flexes as I shoot and Cactus Jack as the Hibana and the Nomad, but still they're more support than entry frag here, so I think the confusing part is why is Rebang bringing Callie? I mean, I guess it's a comfort op for him. I guess he thinks that it's strong, but at the same time, he should have figured at this point that they would, that Nova would opt to go to the basement site. In which case, you can't really do a whole lot with Callie in an area where it's probably 10 meters from one side of bar to the other. And that's not really how you want to be playing Callie. You want to be playing her for long angles, considering that she's 1 or 2 operates with the sniper rifle. The bang, however, will get wiped out there by Makeout Hill. So it does get the further man advantage now 2 instead of just 1. Character check will be lower, not actually, but is lower there. Presumably at the hands actually of that Mozzie there. Spots the melee hold Tapper, it will be lower just a tad. Just taking down, I'd say 10 health maybe, 2v5. Actually, as Tangles will take down Ayashuda, so there goes the Nomad. So just the 2 hard breachers, 2v4. Cactus Jack will pick off Tapper, but still outnumbered 2-1 will be Cactus Jack and Bedge. The 2 hard supports of Insanity, the Ace and the Hibana, the 2 things that you would need really to get something, to make something happen. But Tingles makes a double kill up here. Bit of a magician now, trying to actually make Cactus Jack disappear though. And he will, using that C75, run straight into an air jab, doesn't really care though, as he just earned his team an even split in half. 3-3. 2 teams are back where they started. And here they go around again. Not a soul would try the same objective 3 times in a row. They did, though. They did try the same objective 3 times in a row. They literally went CC, basement, CC, 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 basement. Scoreboard check. 5-3-5-4-3. Cactus Jack and Bedge top fragging for their team. 8-5-5, pardon me. 2-0. Makeout Hill trading, or not trading, though he is likely getting trades, is top fragging for Nova. This has been the score report at half, provided to you by EscargotPlayer. Ooh. And now on to the second half of the second map in this best of 3 series. Could very well go all the way, the full distance here, the full 9 yards. Just going to depend on how this goes really for both teams. Since we're at 3 and this goes to 7, we have essentially transitioned from a comp match to a ranked game in terms of length. Will Cronon become Agent 007? He very well could. I don't think that's what he's looking for right now, but he very well could. As you can see, trying to get some early gains here in terms of map control will be Insanity not Insanity, Nova. Namely the Ash there. I'm used to seeing ticks on that Ash, but it was in fact Tapper Truth. Opening up that blue hatch already, putting some pressure here onto that blue hole, but then again it's 2 mirrors, which is an oddity. You don't normally see this sort of mirror setup, and I don't think it's going to be particularly effective. I mean, This mirror here, as you can see from church into blue, a lot of it is covered by the box in blue. 4v4, I know Shooter takes down Make Out Hail, but Tapper will trade him out. And then again, losing the top frag. Probably a good engagement there, at least in terms of who's taken out for, actually. Insanity and Cactus Jack will get a pick onto Krodar, so there goes one of the two hard breachers of. See, I don't know if it's up to Just Kill or Tom if they want to get anything done when it comes to actually opening up hatches here that are reinforced, or opening up walls that are reinforced, which is the other important part, and it will now be, as you can tell, to those three, the Ash and Sophia, that sort of classic combination. Stakes will be lowered there from the vertical, set up by Tapper. I was looking for some vertical air, uses some breach charges. Tapper as well has some breach charges, so they could really do that, but after that they would have to use some of their explosive utility, which I'm sure they wouldn't would prefer. Killer Tom looking to actually open up a wall here, and these are the 3 players, technically, or 2 players that haven't actually played with this team before, really, in terms of Killer Tom. And Mikot Hill will be taken out, however. Tapper, the other person that was taken out there. Edge trying to hold down the objective here. 4v2 is up to just Killer Tom and Tingles. The only person that has fallen on the side of Insanity this round has been Shuda, but less than half of team of Seattle Nova remains. Smokey will go out there the second and 3 from Tix, and the mirror will be popped. And I think that might actually be doing more harm than help for Tingles. That allows actually Cactus Jack to get an angle here onto the hallways. That could really put a wrench in their plans. They don't even have a way into the objective currently. They're trapped to try and find a way in. They have to force their way in. They don't have a wall, really. All they have is that sort of fragment there. They haven't even gotten it completely filled out. It's still Mute-Jam. Killer Time will be lowered and out. Not yet finished, but it's very close. Swing there. Tingles will down Bedge, but it's still a 3v1 essentially here for Tingles. Trying to get one. Does miss. Bedge confirmed there onto Killer Tom. Back Cactus Jack picking off Tingles. That'll be the round for Insanity. 4-3 now, as they take the lead here in the second half of this second map. And Tix left, so I'm gonna have to pause for him. That was very close. That was too close for my comfort. What is that with the disconnects? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. People having a rough day on Siege server. Bro! Oh, we have to rehost again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, y'all, but we have to rehost again. Text abandoned by accident. So we have to rehost because of, once again, we have to rehost because of one guy. Sad. How's my day going? You asked. My day's going fine. It's been long. I took a practice ACT this morning, and then I did nothing for the rest of the day, basically. Pipigo. Pipigo. Fans not in this exact order.
Unfortunate scenes on the B site.
You said what?
I'm gonna call Jose. I don't think he's here.
Ooh. I don't know. They're probably coming. Didn't say anything in the rep chat.
Trying to play some ranked after this.
Oh, but you're tired.
I am tired, but I want to get back to that win.
Okay, okay.
I'm tired, but I want to get to 200.
I've been sitting for too long.
How? Don't you work standing up?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go CC most likely. I'm gonna play Ace. I need like a. I can hear you.
I need a Twitch or a Sledge.
Yo,
We can
you're in
hear
game
you, bro.
chat, bro.
You're not in party. You're not in party, bro. Oh my god, we know it's
Oh,
plane. No. They leaked their own squad. Oh no, they're lined up. The whole stream knows. The whole stream
What do you
probably
say?
knows.
Ace and Twitch? That's what I heard.
Ace, Twitch, Sledge.
Jose, switch over.
And a loud ass mic,
Jose,
bro.
lower your mic, bro.
Man, turn that off.
Oh my god, that's
And
so
his
bad.
laugh is.
That is so bad. Jose,
This is
switch
gonna be
sides.
one hectic game. Should I just call him?
But yeah, tell him to switch sides.
Alright, there. Is that better?
Yeah,
Holy
it's
shit!
Your mic
switch
is
sides. It's your mic is terrible, but
like your voice quality is bad, but it's not loud. You know.
Well, fuck you.
Jose,
I'm
switch
switch sides.
sides. Jesus.
Oh, my bad.
Come on,
Nah,
Jose.
no,
God,
we're,
it's so
no, we're gonna adapt to that actually. We're adopting him.
no. Actually,
You don't want him. You don't want him.
Nah, we don't.
yeah, we don't want him.
Definitely
don't
don't
Use
want
that
him.
mic.
I'm
That's
the
worse
best.
than, it's worse than your remote mic.
Is everyone on the bottom of the leaderboard?
Bro, he has an echo.
I
on
mean,
his mic, too.
technically, the leaderboard has been wiped, so he might be at the top now.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah, cause Messi some shit.
Oh, well, I'll still
Bruh.
clip it and I'll take a picture of it so I can feel satisfied.
Bro, you didn't even have that many kills. Shut up.
Hey, I
I'm
have
more than
mind
Jose.
your
That's
business.
all that matters.
Okay, bitch, I
This
have more than
banger
you.
ass tweet. Oh my
Alright, start
god.
it. This car got started.
Okay, I'm starting it. Let's go.
Star's good. Rub my feet and
Good
push
luck,
it.
have fun.
You're watching
No.
that.
I think I did it right, guys. I think I did it right. Woohoo. I'm just glad that I did it. It is all said and done. We are on once again. After a rehost, we're back. Bro, they really throwing voice back for the other team for saying something. Just send it. Yes.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, now on to CC defense here by Insanity. Not surprised considering that they went to basement for their first site, and they will be bringing the mirror. I've seen them going through this before. I don't know if they're going to change it, but so far it's going to be the same. Mirror in this middle wall, and then mirror on this left CC wall. And stuff cache wall actually into CC, which personally is a bit of a head scratcher. You don't see that every day. And I don't think it's particularly effective, but you know, whatever floats their boat.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Now, there's one mirror. We'll have to see if they get the second one up. And already rather aggressive here, as you can see. Twitch drone as well as a software being opened up since for some reason Insanity forgot to reinforce most of the garage that, or they decided not to. Then again, they didn't have a whole lot of reinforcements left to begin with. I mean, they had to use 2 of them just to set up the mirror window setup. And they only have one Logi wall into cons reinforced. They could have, I suppose, rotated it over and at least covered one side of that garage area. And as you can see, already some pressure being applied to the Jaeger of Cactus Jack. I'm sure he appreciates that at least he has the ADS to cover him, but still is Luckily sweating a bit due to the fact that he does have to deal with that pressure. I actually will take down Tapper, not Trapper. Tapper. Though he could technically be a Trapper if he was playing somebody such as Gridlock or Nomad, and there's no Gridlock or Nomad, at least not in this round, considering that nobody decided to bring them, which is kind of odd. That could certainly open up a doorway here for one of the members of Insanity to flank. I don't think that that's going to happen, but it's certainly a possibility. Nitro will go out, but to no avail. All it does is just scare Wake out Hill. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't just swing that, considering that he was on the drone. It's a bit silly, to say the least. Now, Mikado trying to make something happen, but alas, he's Sledge and the site is above him, so there's not a whole lot he can do, which is sad for him. That is sad. As you can tell, trying to start moving the gears here would be the attacking team. Obviously, I don't know, and they will, and 4v4 is the actual fall at the hands of Prodar. That'll be what they needed really to get this into everything into motion. Actually, as it appears that mirror window there, actually, between the two sites has been opened up, that's going to allow sightline onto anybody trying to play that sort of island in cache there. The table does sort of compromise that position where they let's see, I left down, they say Escargot. Yes. They don't really have a preference. I don't really have a preference as long as I'm not getting shit talked. Veg will take down one. In this case, Chrono will fall. Not so great here for their team. I might even make a hill, I don't know exactly. Tom will actually be the one that I can confirm since I saw it with my own eyes. While stands of Cactus Jack, but just tingles. 1v3, low time, doesn't have the diffuser, is outnumbered. Crossfire is being held here by Insanity. They're all just trained on the doorway. Veg is holding the only off angle in case they do decide to push comms. But no, the Bang picks up the kill and the round here. 5-3. 2-round advantage now for Insanity. And so it's looking surprisingly rather ugly here for Nova. I mean, this is a lineup that I've never seen from them before. I've seen Tingles and Groudhar, but I haven't seen more than half of their team play under the Nova banner, play with what you would consider Nova. So is kind of sad that we're having this happen. If you're a Nova fan, if you're an Insanity fan, I'm sure that you're relishing the opportunity presented to them by the opposing team here. And if you are on Insanity, they're taking advantage of every opportunity given to them. They're taking these almost free kills, considering how recklessly the attacking team is playing. But there may be an opportunity here for the attacking team to actually make a recovery. They are going to deal with the tertiary site of Insanity, which oftentimes actually see the attacking team winning. It just comes down to time and whichever team plays it smarter. But really, it could be the beginning of a comeback by actually. See, I don't know if it's just going to depend on how they do this, because if they don't, then it's series point, match point, map point, etc., etc., and one more round and the entire game's over. And it would be on an Insanity's strongest site, theoretically, which is basement. So they really need to win this round, and then they need to pick up one more round before they can go to overtime. In that case, they'd be tied 5-5. So if they can pick up either basement or cash and CC, then they would be at 5-5, assuming that they win this. And they can lose the other one, and either they have to win one more round on that side again, or they actually go to, they go to the tertiary site, which, since they presumably, in this situation, this hypothetical, they've already won that, it would be rather easy for them. And as you can see, that wall there in cons is completely soft, so should Nova realize that they could pretty easily pincer and just wipe out Ayushida. Ashaj will go down from below. All it does is give Ayushida a nice little scare, but doesn't actually hurt him at all. All bark, no bite, and if Nova realizes, they could certainly take them out. As you can see, Will rushed in 3v5 as Tingles takes down Tix. Ayushida will fall at the hands of Tapper. 2v5 though, as Killer Tom will get a kill there onto Check just for a bang. And Edge, as you can see, trying to make something happen here, but they are outnumbered more than 2-1. Now, 5-1, Rebang will be taken down there by Gunhill. That's the last one left. 1v3, he'll get a quick double kill there on the bench, looking for the... not onto bench, onto Tapper and Killer Tom. Not even Killer Tom, as he was the one to get the final kill there. As you can see, just rushes forward with the the pistol. Reckless abandon even in the face of the shotgun of Badge, who managed to get 2 kills there onto Tapper and make out Hill. It'll be 5-4. So there's certainly a road to recovery here for the attacking team of Seattle Nova. It's just going to rely on how well they can do on the stronger sides of Insanity. If they can win this, they got 5-5, and then from there, they should have a chance, considering that they would have to deal with strongest. They'd have to deal with the secondary side at some point. If they lose this next round, then there's a chance that they're going to be at series point on the secondary side of Insanity, which is not ideal. But I think that's... that's what might be happening here. It's just going to depend on how strongly these two teams play it, especially how strongly Nova plays it. They need to realize some of the weaknesses in Insanity setup, and that it's going to be the same thing that's the last time. You should expect the exact same thing. Just try and counter it. To talk about counterplay, there hasn't been a whole lot of it. I mean, sure, we saw some changes there by Nova after we had to rehost for, or we have to wait for Grodar. Might have been a tactical timeout, I don't know. But after we had to wait for him, that created the chance really for his team to probably recuperate and figure out what they needed to do wrong, what they were doing wrong, and fix it. That's what they seemed to do. And they successfully acknowledged what they did wrong and fixed it. But Insanity, former D3 team, now in D2, so some harder competition here. And certainly has been giving them a run for their money. Would be a lot of these teams that they're facing, but still, they still managed to eke it out. And it's interesting considering how Insanity is sort of like the Division 2/Division 3 version of Watermelon Snooze. Watermelon Snooze is known for doing the same push or the same setup over and over and over again, and it'll work sometimes, considering that they do it well, but they really rarely vary. So although they know what they're doing and they can execute fairly well, they have players that are good in their position 5v4, as Rebang will take down Grodar and takes down one of the hard witches as well, even if it just tingles. Get their necessary hatches and walls. Means that, you know, 5v3 actually, as there goes Killer Tom, there goes these slides, there goes a lot of vertical power. As Ayashida will be lowered there, not just yet, but is lowered, so not the best position for Seattle Nova to be in. Only about minute 20 in, and all they've done is bring Rebang to 1 health, so it could be or not 10 health, so could be closer. I should have just under 50, so it's low-ish. 4v3 though, as Tingles will take down Ayashida, gets the man advantage for his team, and not gets the man advantage, slows down the man advantage for on behalf of his team. Instead of a 5v3, it's just a 4v3. A bang as well, since he's low, it could very well be a 3v3 if they manage to play this correctly. Somebody on the floor there, that would be Tix prone, and he will be lowered and out thanks to Tingles. Gets the double kill. 3v3, Jesus. That was stupid there from Tix. I have no clue what he's trying to do. He got punished for it, so it could very well be a 2v2 actually. Tingles as well as Rebang, both of them low. I think Rebang might have a bit more health than Tingles here. Should make it easier for them, and interestingly enough, there's apparently a total of 6 recharges that were brought for Nova. None of them have been used, which is kind of odd considering that this is a site that has a lot of vertical. They do have these sledge there, so that helped them out, but actually related note, sorry for going on a tangent there. They're bang on an angle here, trying to deal with potential push from Nova 2v2, as Tapper will take down and Cactus Jack. Bedge will trade him. Rebang gets killed and make out Hill, so they're just trippy. Not even trippy. Tingles. But Bedge doesn't care about names. Bedge does what he wants. He gets the kill. Gets the round there for Insanity, who are now 6-4 here against Seattle Nova, and it's not looking good for them. Series point here for Insanity. They won Cafe 7-5. They could potentially win Clubhouse 7-4. They have a guaranteed overtime for themselves. They're going to their secondary side of CC and Cash, which they won. It was somewhat close, but they managed to win it. So, if Insanity wins this next round, they book themselves a ticket to the finals of Division 2. Keep in mind, in Season 1 of Mana League, they won Division 3. So, they could very well... I mean, it would be difficult, considering that their opponent would be... I'm trying to think. I'm gonna look that up now, actually. Who would their opponent be? Drum roll, please. The answer is...
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
The winner of the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed. Blood Wolves Gaming B, the number 4 seed versus Brothers to Death, the number 1 seed. So we could very well have a Brothers to Death Insanity D2 finals, which would be fun. I think that would be entertaining. That's going to be relying on how well they hold down this side, and since it's going to also be affected by how effectively Tapper, Crowdar, and Tingles and the rest of them actually attack this side. I mean, they know that this hold really relies on holding down Cash, which is influenced heavily by holding down Red. So if they're smart, they're going to put a lot of pressure on Red. They're going to try and clear that out. They're going to play vertical on this one to neutralize this power position, neutralize this mirror window. If they even decide to set it up, which they haven't yet, since they still have one mirror window left, I don't know what they're going to do with it exactly. Do have the opportunity now to obviously open it up. Stuns will go out there, so nothing's stopping that from just being impacted, which they do. They use a stun and impact to get that opened up far enough for them to actually be able to throw a Twitch drone in there, which is, I think, their end goal here is to actually Twitch drone those mirror windows open and weaken that power position before then actually putting somebody into that area. As you can see, the two ASCII operators, Smoke and Mute, Tix actually, and Ayashuda below the objective. 4v5. Mega Hill will take down Ayashuda, and it's an early man advantage now favoring. In fact, see, I don't know if it's unexpected here. 4v4 as Tix will neutralize that. Does get the kill onto Makeout Hill. Removes any sort of chances of a man revenge going the way of Seattle. No, but at least for now, 4v3 is the man revenge now favors Insanity thanks to Kekachak picking up a kill onto Tingles. However, Killer Tom will take his own onto Tix. This is a just right bang. Kekachak and Bedge versus Kronar. Tapper and Killer Tom. Killer Tom trying to push forward here from Garage. He does have that softball there. He can potentially swing onto the Wamai there. In fact, the Jack is holding an angle on the stairway, likely anticipating that eventually Killer Tom is going to have to push that. Will maybe even move into the sidelines here. Okay, this Jack in a few moments is very cautious about it here. Just holding the angle, trying to find it is... I don't even know what's going on that front. But on a separate front, as you can see, opening up the wall here would have been... Crowdar did get open, is now trying to pressure from it. Does need to deal hammer with somebody playing red. That'll be Badge. Doesn't matter, it'll take Badge's head straight off. 1v3 double kill there from Crowdar allows to be up to just for bang. Serious on the line for him. We'll try and stop a plant. Doesn't matter though, as Tapper. Jeez. It's a really easy kill there. And the round, all he had to do was just run up the stairs, look through the mirror, didn't even look through the mirror, just shot through a hole, got the round for his team. And now it is win or go home for Seattle Nova. Ride or die, they have to win this next round on either CC or Gym Bedroom, or else it's all over for them. And it would be finals of Blood Wolves or Blood Wolves B or Brothers to Death versus Insanity. So some sort of definition will come from this match. It'll be interesting to see which way that goes, which way that trends, really. And I'm trying to figure something out here. What's the chat say? I'm just sending in love how this is. Agreed, this is just rough. Drums might be a steamroll. Might be a steep roll. Could be.
Stay clear of ADS player. ADS up and running.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Now, same setup here from Insanity, and that's what I was getting to a couple rounds back with the mention of what I'm on Snooze, is that Snooze does the same thing over and over, and to an extent it's effective, but once a team realizes what they're doing and actually starts counter-stratting, it is just over for Snooze. Because then they have to start improvising strats on the fly, and while that can work for attack, it's a lot harder to improvise effects than it is to improvise an attack, and I think that's going to be true here for Novas. They might have to start improvising. Tingles will be picked off early on, presumably at the hands of a spawn peek from the Jaeger there of Tix. Tix will be down now, not just yet, but is down 5v3 as I should have saved his teammate's life there, and gets the kill onto Killer Tom. There goes the entry fragger of the Ash and Killer Tom, and he's off the board. There goes two of those core players, really, of Seattle Nova. The technically top frags. I mean, the only person that isn't tied or in first place is the IQ of Macon Hill. But still, this has been messy overall. I can't say a lot else about kills really, since we have had a bunch of rehosts, so it's been distorted throughout this. You can't exactly trust the numbers that you see, but one thing that you can trust is that two-man advantage does favor the attacking team, does favor the defending team quite heavily, disfavors the attacking team. So almost just under a 2-to-1 ratio of Nova players to Insanity players. About half the round is elapsed. Got looking to push into cons here. Just have to sweat a bit about that soft wall there, as it is being fired through by Cactus Jack, it appears. Can't exactly discern what's going on. Shooting out that Twitch drone actually will be Bedge, and trying to deal with that soft wall actually will be Seattle Nova. They need to start worrying about that if they want to properly take this down. And there's the other Twitch drone. It does pop the mirror, but Alasso is taken out. So at what cost? Crowder will be down, not as yet, but is down. 5v2. Nitro will go down there from Iochuda. Takes down Crowder. 5 versus 1. Tix gets a pick on the tablet. He'll just make that hill. Tight to the bottom for his team. 4v1. He'll take out 1 in terms of Tix. 45 seconds left. 4 versus 1 situation for him. Seemingly hopeless, but could potentially go his way depending on if Insanity starts getting too aggressive, starts making mistakes here when they need not to. Series on the line, and Reg gets the final kill in the series. And that's it. Insanity books their ticket to Midnight League Season 2 Division 2 Finals against either Brothers Till Death or Blood Wolves Gaming B. Winning the series 2-0, 7-5 on both Clubhouse and Cafe.
Please, Messi. Please
GG,
explain
guys.
to me. When do I GG well play? When do I ever do anything wrong, Messi?
GG.
Oh yeah,
good game.
GG. Let's go.
I was just
Final
Oh.
countdown.
Shut the fuck up.
So cringy ass up,
Alright, thank you for hosting us, Escar.
Escargot.
Escar. I
my
was
God,
gonna
you
say
You
it.
still can't even say it. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna call him Groot.
Just in his name, man. Come on.
I'm gonna call him
Thank you.
Groot.
You have a
I
good
think he
night.
deserves it.
See ya.
Night night. Thanks for watching, y'all. I don't have much to say for an outro, but that's your daily dose of casting. Good night.